Hi, I'm Lance Thurkill, co-founder of Print3D Technologies. As you can see, America has a real problem. We are short 7.3 million affordable homes, and we're only building 1.4 million homes per year, of which less than 10% are focused on affordable housing. The industry is stuck in the past, and meanwhile, people are struggling to afford a place to live. But we are solving that problem at Print3D Technologies by revolutionizing home construction through automation. We're doing that by making 3D printing accessible to every home builder in America to make it more sustainable, scalable, and affordable. But before I tell you how we're going to do that, let me tell you how we got here today. Having built several homes myself, I've experienced firsthand how inefficient the home building industry is. And in 2019, my family unexpectedly lost our home to mold. Rebuilding the next house took twice as long. It cost 50% more than planned. At that point, I just couldn't help but think there has to be a better way. And if it's this painful and inefficient for me, how much more impactful is that for somebody who's struggling to afford a place to live? The reality is the system is broken. And when there is a broken system, there is an opportunity for innovation. That's why we built Print3D Technologies, to solve a real market failure. Here's me and my co-founding partner, Craig Pettit, outside of one of our 3D printed homes. My family's been invested with Craig for over 30 years in his residential real estate portfolio. And in 2019, Craig bought a 3D printer. It took him a couple years to get it to work, but in 2021, he successfully printed the 7th and 8th 3D printed homes in America. As a third-generation owner of a manufacturing company that's highly focused on automation, I became fascinated with this concept. And through my experiences with home building, the inefficiencies were shocking to me. Coming from manufacturing, where precision and efficiency are the starting foundational blocks, I was shocked by the lack of these principles in construction. That frustration sparked an idea. What if we could apply a manufacturing mindset using automation, robotics, and AI to disrupt the housing industry and transform home construction? I gave my idea to Craig. He loved it. We had the perfect combination of expertise. His background in real estate and construction combined with my manufacturing expertise to tackle one of the world's largest problems, affordable housing. So in 2023, we made our move. My company, All Metals Fabricating, invested $750,000 to match what Craig had put in up to that point, and we launched Print3D Technologies. Our mission is simple: to revolutionize home construction through automation, making it more affordable, scalable, and sustainable by making 3D printing accessible to every home builder in America. We're not just building homes, we're manufacturing and selling machines that will allow 3D printing to become accessible to every home builder in America. Let's understand the opportunity. For over 100 years, American homes have been built the same way: wood framing and labor-intensive construction. And it worked. But sadly, that American dream has slipped away due to rising labor costs and material costs, compounded by the industry's slow adoption to new technology. As you can see from this graph, rents have been rising much faster than incomes for decades. Also, home prices have more than doubled since 2000, while incomes simply haven't caught up. Construction costs are up over 30% in the last 5 years, not including the increases from tariffs this year. And the industry's way to solve this has been to throw less skilled labor at it and inferior building materials, which results in a decline in the quality of housing, which is very concerning for our future. In just the last 10 years, the amount of people being able to afford a home has gone from 50% down to 16%. This is a massive issue. But we have a solution. Has anybody ever seen a 3D printer? If you have, probably a desktop size, dispenses plastic material. We'll scale that up to the size of a house and have it dispensing concrete or cementitious material. And here you have our patented 3D home printing system. It runs on geometric code, so the G code tells the machine where to go and what to print, and you can have the entire structure of the house, including the interior walls, in just a matter of days. So what differences does our system offer? First off, it offers a 20% cost savings for a wall system that far outperforms traditional construction. Our wall systems are termite resistant, mold resistant, wind resistant, and fire resistant. So that's particularly relevant as you think about the fires that happened in California last year. There was one house left standing in Malibu, and that house was concrete. Now, it wasn't 3D printed, but it's the same materials and the same end result applies. Next is faster construction. We can speed up construction times by 30%. Time is money. And so with our wall systems, you're removing framing, sheetrock, masonry. You can even frame paint and insulation as well. We're confident also that we can expedite these timeframes even more with our future plans. Next, precision construction methods reduce waste substantially. Using precise planning, recycled materials, and the long-term durability of our product will reduce landfills substantially over time. Lastly is reduced ownership costs. Whether it be the owner of the portfolio of homes or the owner of the home, our walls are more energy efficient and result in less maintenance costs over time. This is proven by the 3 rentals in my partner's portfolio, which have only incurred a cleaning fee between changeover of tenants, which is unheard of, especially considering it's in low-income housing. So what's our competitive advantage? It starts with our partnership with All Metals Fabricating. We have a complete vertical integration with a $25 million manufacturing facility for no CapEx requirement. So there's several reasons why this is important. First off, scale. With All Metals, we can scale as quickly as need to as the market opens up for adoption of this technology. There's not an amount of demand that the market could create that All Metals could not keep up with. Next is design for manufacturing. By having in-house engineering and full control over production costs, we are able to design a machine that costs $175,000. And the closest competition on the market starts out around $1 million. Lastly, we've inherited decades of experience in automation and an efficiency-focused mindset that we are going to be applying to construction. The next competitive advantage is the user-friendliness of our machine. Given the fact that the construction industry has been very slow to adopt to new technologies, this is a critical point. Our system has been designed to be as user-friendly as possible. We want to have a low barrier to entry both on cost and on user-friendliness and setup and tear down of the machine. So by having a user-friendly machine, I like to call it the every builder's machine, because any builder, no matter their intelligence level, no matter their experience level, they can use this machine with ease. Another competitive advantage is that we're both a builder and a construction technology company. While this may cause some questions or concern for you, you should be confident that this actually de-risks your investment, because we can be making money as a builder and developer while waiting for the technology to take off and be mass adopted. More importantly, this is a strategic decision for us. We are choosing to focus on affordable housing for our construction division, and the reason being is that by helping municipalities solve one of their largest problems, we are confident that they will then adopt this new methodology into their building code. And then equally as important is the fact that we're not competing with the vast majority of home builders across the country. This is very important to me because as a manufacturer, I get this. It's important for us to be using the equipment in the application that is going to be used by our customers. Doing construction and using our equipment in that field, we're going to be able to continually improve and enhance to make sure that this is user-friendly as possible for our mid and long-term customer base. So what have we accomplished? In 2019, Craig bought the printer. In 2021, he printed the 7th and 8th 3D printed homes in America. Since then, we've printed 5 other structures, including a house for just $100,000. We designed and built 2 of our 2nd generation machines. We achieved a top 10 worldwide rating from Automate Construction and a top 5 for 3D printing. We developed an augmented reality app that allows customers to walk through our homes and experience what it would be like to live in a 3D printed house. We're also going to leverage this technology in the future to train trades and builders on using the equipment. Lastly, we completed a rebranding and renamed and rebranded our company and launched a marketing campaign in 2024. In 2025, we received our patents back on our design. We also started business development as a core function of the business and have created $2.5 million in the sales pipeline. We've invested $1.7 million to date, and we received 3D Printing Company of the Year by Construction Tech Review magazine. Given all that we've accomplished, we feel very confident in this generous offering. We're going to be raising $1 million in a safe with an $8 million valuation cap, followed by another $2 million at a $15 million valuation cap to accomplish the following. Starting with an investment in a gravimetric mixer. This is going to reduce our material costs by 50%, resulting in a reduction of the overall home cost by 10 to 20%. This will put us squarely below traditional construction. Secondly, we'll be investing in getting certified to the new ICC 1150 code that was just released. This will allow us to help drive adoption with municipalities, being that we've already been certified to the new standard. Our path forward also includes developing a proprietary software that will allow builders to take 2D and 3D renderings and drop them into the software, and then it will automatically create the G-code for the house, printing the house. And this is important to go back to that user-friendly approach. We want this to be user-friendly to help drive mass adoption for home builders. Lastly, we'll be also building out a team to help us be able to scale, as well as building a couple additional machines so that we can take on larger scale development projects. Here's our financial projections, which we feel are very achievable conservative numbers. This year, we're going to print 4 structures and sell 1 machine. All of our numbers are based on printing structures and selling machines. The next year, it'll be 20 structures and 4 machines, followed by 80 and 20 and 150 and 75. Now, let me mention that with the new ICC 1150, market adoption by home builders, first starting with municipalities, then with home builders, could exponentially increase this growth curve. And there's no amount of demand that the market could create that All Metals could not keep up with. So for example, if we sold 50 additional machines, that's an additional $20 million in revenue and boosts our profitability substantially. In closing, I want you to imagine this with me. I want you to imagine an entire community development being built by 3D printers. 1 to 2 guys running each machine, wall systems going up in a few days, and then what we call house in a box showing up for every house, allowing the trades to get in and out and having everything they need for the house. And then I want you to imagine a family like this happily moving in after just a few months at an affordable price. We can change the trajectory of the affordability of housing in America. This is more than an investment. It's an opportunity to fix a broken system and transform the future of housing in America. We have the technology, the expertise, and the urgency to make home ownership more accessible while building a high-growth, high-scalable business. The need is massive. The time is now. Join us. Thank you.